This is Michael Lodge, your business advisor. Let's begin our financial lesson. The American financial system is teetering on the edge, facing one of its most challenging periods in recent history. A perfect storm of bad decisions, reckless lending, and global uncertainty has created a climate of fear. Government overspending with high taxes creating inflation. Families are struggling to make ends meet. Businesses, both small and large, are closing their doors. The very foundation of our economic system, the banks, are under immense pressure, struggling to stay afloat. The warning signs have been flashing for months, but now the alarms are blaring louder than ever. The numbers paint a bleak picture, showing a rapid decline in key financial indicators. According to Forbes, 63% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, a staggering statistic. This isn't just a problem for low-income earners. It affects a significant portion of the middle class who are now feeling the pinch. The ability to save, to build a buffer against unexpected expenses, has eroded significantly over time. This leaves millions vulnerable to the slightest economic tremor, and inflation uncontrolled, creating a fragile and uncertain future for many. Much ado, how did we get here? How did we become so reliant on credit? The answer, like most things in finance, is complicated and multifaceted. But one thing is clear. America has a credit problem, and it's growing. For decades, we've been living beyond our means, fueled by easy credit and low interest rates, creating a false sense of financial security. We've been conditioned to buy now, pay later, a mantra that has become deeply ingrained in our culture. And for a while, it seemed to work, as consumer spending drove economic growth. But this cycle of borrowing and spending was not sustainable, leading to inevitable financial bubbles. The Federal Reserve, in an attempt to stimulate the economy after the 2008 crisis, kept interest rates artificially low for too long, exacerbating the problem. This created a wave of cheap money that flooded the market, encouraging even riskier lending practices and financial behaviors. Now the chickens, as they say, are coming home to roost, and we must face the consequences of our actions. The crisis is not confined to American shores. It reverberates globally. The recent collapse of a major Chinese bank sent shockwaves through the global financial system, causing widespread concern. While the details remain murky, the implications are clear. The interconnectedness of the global economy means that trouble in one part of the world can quickly spread to others. The Chinese bank failure has shaken confidence in the U.S. banking system, creating uncertainty. Investors are worried about exposure to risky Chinese assets, fearing potential losses. The situation is fluid and dangerous. The fear is palpable and growing. Section 4. The commercial real estate crash. Adding fuel to the fire is the looming crisis in commercial real estate. Office buildings are eerily empty. Retail spaces are boarded up and abandoned. The pandemic accelerated a trend that was already underway, the decline of brick-and-mortar businesses, which is now more evident. This has led to a surge in defaults on commercial real estate loans. Banks are sitting on billions of dollars of potentially bad debt, causing concern. Foreclosures are on the rise, affecting many. The ripple effects are being felt throughout the entire economy. Section 5. A call to action. The question is no longer whether we are heading towards a crisis, but how bad it will be and how soon it will hit us. The warning signs are everywhere, from rising foreclosure rates to plummeting stock values. The time for complacency is over. We can no longer afford to ignore the red flags. Americans need to learn how to budget and be good stewards of their money, cut their debt, and take on no debt. We need decisive action from our leaders to avert a complete meltdown of the financial system. This requires immediate and bold measures. This is not a time for partisan bickering or ideological purity. We must come together for the greater good. This is about the economic well-being of every American, from the wealthiest to the most vulnerable. We need to demand transparency from our banks, accountability from our regulators, and a commitment to ethical practices, and responsibility from our elected officials. They must act in the best interest of the public. The future of our economy hangs in the balance. The choices we make now will determine our financial stability for years to come. This is brought to you by Lodge & Company, your business advisory firm. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and hit the like button. Bye for now.